Welcome to Kinfolks Knowledge.
'44. JavaScript program to clone a JS object. Certainly. Here's a JavaScript program to clone a JavaScript object. JavaScript. Function clone object, obj. Let cloned object equals 4. Let key in obj. If type of obj key equals object and an obj key equals null. Cloned object key equals clone object key. Else cloned object key equals obj key. Return cloned object. Let person equals name John, age 30, address city New York, country USA. Let cloned person equals clone object person. Console.log original object. Console.log person. Console.log cloned object. Console.log cloned person. In this program, we define a function "clone object" that takes an object obj as input and creates a deep clone of that object. We initialize an empty object "cloned object" to store the cloned properties. We iterate over each key in the object using a "for" in loop. For each key, we check if the value of that key is an object and not "null". If it is, we recursively call the "clone object" function to clone the nested object. Otherwise, we assign the value directly to the cloned object. Finally, we return the "cloned object". We define the variable "person" as an example object with properties such as "name", "age", and "address", which contains nested properties. We call the "clone object" function with "person" as the argument, and store the cloned object in the variable "cloned person". We use console.log to display the original object and the cloned object. When you run this code, it will create a deep clone of the object using the provided function and print the original and cloned objects in the console. For example, original object name John, age 30, address city New York, country USA. Cloned object name John, age 30, address city New York, country USA. Note that the "clone object" function creates a deep clone, meaning it recursively clones nested objects as well. This ensures that the cloned object is a separate copy and any changes made to one object do not affect the other. The end.